Good morning, Nighthawk Nation. My name is Robert Larson, your anchor for this week, and welcome to the HPS Upload, where we upload the latest news for you to download. Here at Hettinger Public School, we empower students to reach their full potential. Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On to some short stories for this week. The school is gearing up for Once Upon a Homecoming, inviting local businesses to participate in the Disney Pixar theming. And September 18th, first grade wrapped up their science lesson learning about the 5 senses. The kids learned how to make homemade applesauce and then were able to taste test it. And join an engaging presentation by the North Dakota Bureau of Criminal Investigation's Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, ICAC, special agents. For breakfast and lunch this week, Monday for today, we are having beef nachos for lunch. Tuesday, or tomorrow, breakfast is going to be waffle sticks with country-style sausage. Lunch is going to be grilled cheese with tomato soup. Wednesday, breakfast burritos for breakfast. And for lunch, it is going to be turkey noodle casserole. And for Thursday, breakfast pizza for breakfast, and lunch will be chicken Alfredo with no school on Friday. Silent reading will be 5th period this week. Be sure to bring a book. And speaking of the library, there will be a book fair in the library this week. The hours are 7:45 to 3:45 Monday through Wednesday, and 7:45 to 7 p.m. on Thursday. If you are wanting to attend the Sanford Health Virtual Health Career Summit or the high school conference in Bismarck, please see Mrs. Olson ASAP to get registered. Students that signed up for the ACT, please make sure to get your money turned into Mrs. Olson ASAP. STEM and physics students will meet at 8 a.m. on Wednesday in the AV room for their field activity. You must have signed out for your first class. Students will be released after homeroom to return to their classes. And there is an FFA meeting today in the Ag room at 12:10. Now, on to today's fact/question. Who was the first person to sign the Declaration of Independence? Was it A, John Hancock, B, John Adams, C, Stephen Hopkins, or D, Thomas Jefferson? Find out the answer after today's weather. Now, let's go to this week's story about Strider Bikes Bringing Balance to Elementary PE by Sydney Briggs.
This fall, HPS has just received brand new Strider bikes for our elementary physical education classes. These awesome bikes are perfect for riding around and learning balance while having tons of fun. Elementary students will get to use them in the big gym during gym class and have a blast riding around. Now let's hear from Miss Block and Miss Resner about their involvement with the new bikes.
I heard that your STEM class made a project for Miss Resner's class.
Yes, we did build the Strider bikes for Miss Resner. She got them through a grant, and we were able to put them together with the STEM students.
Were there any particular challenges your students faced during the assembly process? How did they overcome them?
So the challenge of this assignment was that we were working on following instructions. So our first project we did was following written instructions, and this project was following verbal instructions from a video. However, the company sent us extra parts that we could not figure out where they went. It turns out that is when you add the pedals to the bikes, you would need those parts, and we didn't need them. So we spent a lot of time confused for no reason.
Do you have any plans for similar hands-on projects in the future to further engage your STEM students?
Yes, STEM is almost entirely hands-on projects. We are building sail cars right now. We will be flying drones throughout the year and doing different challenges. We will be participating in Plant the Moon, Plant Mars challenge. In attempt to colonize Mars, they have to plant in lunar or Martian regolith, which is sample soil or similar soil. It's not the actual soil. That would be insanely expensive, but a simulation of it.
Okay. Yippee.
Ka-chow!
Okay, what are your guys' thoughts on the Strider bikes?
It feels weird. It feels weird when you sit down, kind of.
What are your thoughts on it?
It feels like before you put on your helmet, it feels.
You guys think you'll be able to ride these more often? Yeah?
Do you have any plans to expand use of these bikes to other grades in the future?
Yeah, I think the goal is to start and try it with the kindergarten group. It's a smaller group, but I'd love to see it used in first grade too. There are attachment pedal kits that we can put on so they can practice pedaling those bikes. And I think it'll be great because in second grade they do the bike safety, and they have some kids that come up and have no idea or have a bike, so maybe they could even use it for a little bit smaller guys in that time. So yeah, I think expanding it would be great. I hope they work well. It's going to be a winter activity, so haven't done it yet, but.
What benefits do you expect the other graded students to gain from using these balance bikes?
So the biggest thing is obviously the balance. It helps with everything that you do in any physical movement. So I think giving them another way where they can practice it is going to be a big part of it. And riding bikes is a life skill, so the sooner they learn it and more comfortable they are with it, the better off they're going to be.
Thanks, Miss Block and Miss Resner, and a big thank you to the students who helped build the new Strider bikes. We can't wait to see everyone having fun and staying active in gym class. It's going to be a great year ahead.
Thank you, Sydney, for that story. Now let's go to Matthew with sports.
Thank you, Robert. The Nighthawks actually did pretty good with football and whatnot last week, so let's go look at the scores. Oh, I forgot about this. Mirror image, there we go. So for volleyball versus South Hart Eagles, C Squad won 2-1, JV lost 1-2, and Varsity won 0-3. And now versus Belfield, JV won 3-0, and Varsity also won 3-0. And for football versus Grant County, Junior High lost 30-8, my apologies. JV won 14-0. And then versus Beach, Varsity lost 48-38. Put up a tough game. Let's look at some highlights from last week's football game versus the Buccaneers. All right, starting things off strong, Riley Hasbrook with a 73-yard kick return. Amazing footwork, just slipping right by him. And it's honestly great to see. You don't have to ever see this stuff anymore. Slipping by all these missed tackles. Buccaneers probably weren't very happy about that one, I can tell you what. And Gavin Parnell with a 21-yard touchdown here. Dodges a tackle. And then he still gets a throw off. Looked like he was about to get sacked, but hey. And there's the catch. Barely in. Then we got Caden Anderson with a 25-yard run. Again, very hard to do. A lot of missed tackles here again, just trying to sneak by. That guy fell over. Most unfortunate is with some stiff arm action. There we go, good grief. Hayden Defoe with a 29-yard run. Just right by him. They didn't even know he was there, apparently. Yeah. Buccaneers defense not looking too good this year, apparently. And down he goes. Now we got Cameron Wheeland with a 35-yard run, or reception, I think is what that was. Nice catch, taking him down. This is one of 3 plays in a row by Cameron Wheeland. Took us basically from our end zone to theirs. Here he is with another 20-yard catch. And what do you know? Here he is again with a 30-yard catch this time. All the way over, all the defenders straight into the goal line. Then got Caden Anderson finishing off what Cameron Wheeland started with a 7-yard touchdown here. And just ran it in. Nice and easy. And now for sports this week. Monday, C-Squad, JV, and Varsity. That is a home game. Friday, regionals at Bowman? Saturday, Junior High, JV, and Varsity tournament away. Football, Junior High, and Varsity, that's a home game. Friday, there's Varsity, and that is a away game. And for cross country, on Tuesday, there's a Varsity meet away. And on Saturday, there's another Varsity meet, and that's also away. Now back to you, Robert.
And now, introducing a new video segment where we showcase entertaining and inspiring online videos for classroom discussion, simply called From the Internet.
NCT is a fabric that can self-heal small holes and punctures to the fabric. NCT is a lightweight, water-resistant nylon ripstop with resealing and repairing capabilities. Naturally, nylon ripstop is extremely durable due to its endlessly repeating chains of building blocks that are woven into the crisscross pattern. When the already durable nylon is punctured, the nylon threads aren't actually broken. They're just pushed apart.
And now, let's go to Daxton with some weather.
For weather this week, on Monday we have a high of 69 and a low of 44, while it is breezy with times of sun and clouds, an afternoon shower in places. On Tuesday we have a high of 75 and a low of 45, while it is partly sunny and nice. On Wednesday there's a high of 84 and a low of 50, with plenty of sunshine. And then on Thursday, it will have a high of 91 and a low of 49, while it is very warm with plenty of sun. And then on Friday, it'll be a high of 84 and a low of 51, while it's mostly sunny and very warm. Good weather for that varsity game. And then on Saturday, it'll have a high of 80 and a low of 45, while it is breezy and very warm with partial sunshine. And then on Sunday, it'll be mostly cloudy with a high of 76 and a low of 44. That is all the weather this week. Now back to you, Robert.
Thank you for that weather report, Daxton. And now, to wrap up our broadcast, the answer to your question/riddle, the question being, who was the first person to sign the Declaration of Independence? The answer was A, John Hancock. We would also like to thank our producer, Brianna, for helping us make today's broadcast possible. And that's this week's news broadcast. Please like and subscribe to show this channel some support. We will see you next week Monday at 9.
Unlock a world of not only recreation, but excitement here at the Adams County Library. Hettinger's Law for Vermeer is your trusted partner for Vermeer forage equipment. Built tough and backed by expert service, we are here to keep your operation running smoothly. At Law for Vermeer, we offer a wide range of parts and service. If we don't have it, we'll get it. And if it's not in stock, we'll make sure it is. From round balers to disc mowers, we've got the gear you need. Visit La for Vermeer today and see how we can support your farm or workshop.
I'm growing up on a farm. I care for all creatures, and someday, maybe the two-legged kind.